Right. Well, that suspense, that aspect of it, I think is fun. You know something bad is about to, like for instance with the whole with Sherilyn Fenn and her sequence. You know it's coming. I like the fact that it's still the type of movie that my kids could see. It's not that intense that way, but it's
Yes, it
scary,
is.
but it's not.
It is, and you know what? Something that I loved is when I saw Joey King's character and her struggle. It
Mm.
seemed, we think about this box. It's like okay, make believe or
Right.
whatnot. But at the same time, the way she was reacting to it,
Hmm.
that kind of like addiction that
Yeah,
anyone could
it's
relate to. Is
well,
that
it
something?
seduces her, yeah, and the power that it gives her kind of warps who she is, and adds this sort of darkness to her character that wasn't there at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
You
If you had 7 wishes,
know.
what would they be?
Well, I mean, you know, having done this movie, I knew that question is going to come up over and over and over again. And my stock answer at this point is I feel so fortunate and grateful and old that I don't spend a lot of time wishing anymore. I've done it all or had it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have asked me that question 20 years ago, I might have like 7 answers. But right now, I just want to wish for like health for my friends and family and, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the saying, "Be careful what you wish for." I think it sunk in more like, what? Maybe this is what they're talking about
Right.
exactly. Would you really be willing to take that risk,
But
knowing? I mean, 20 years ago, would you be willing to take a risk knowing that maybe it would cost?
no, it's definitely not. But it's a fun premise, and it's one that anyone can insert themselves into, right? So like, that's what I love about movies like this. There's a simplicity to what the idea is. So the girl gets a box. Her dad gives her this box. It grants 7 wishes. I mean, immediately your mind starts to go like, oh, what would I do? What would this person do? Would I hurt people? Would I elevate myself? Would I? And and so I think that's one of the great things about this story is it's sort of you can put yourself in her position very easily. You know,
Joe King's amazing. I
she's
like the
great.
relationship between. Tell me about that dynamic on set. How was that?
Well, it was very easy and natural because I also have a 17-year-old daughter. So she's the same age as my daughter, and there's some similarities between Ava and Joey in terms of how smart they are and all that. I was amazed at how unaffected she has been by being a child actor. Like she's just such a cool young lady, and everybody on set loved her. She made everybody laugh all the time, and I think she's got a tremendous amount of talent. And I'm excited to see where she goes from here. I think this character in this movie for her is something that a lot of other young ladies, young girls will be able to connect to, and I hope that means great things for Joey.
Now tell me about your director, John. He's also a cinematographer. How
Mhm.
is that combination to have someone like him on set?
It's great. I mean, because you know that the visual side of things will be handled based on all of the work that he's done prior as a cinematographer. And John himself is such a sweet and sensitive man. He's very kind of, surfer, hippie, kind of, which is funny to make horror movies when he's kind of as laid back as they come. But the three of us together just had a lot of laughs. It was a very warm, even though we're making a scary movie, like there was a lot of affection on the set amongst us all, and I think that kind of shows up in the movie too. You can tell, I think, a lot of times when the actors, whether or not they liked doing the movie they were working on, and we all liked this one.
Now, last question. Of course, you've been doing this for a long time
Mhm.
now. Do you know what's that thing that just keeps you going and says, like, this is.
The idea of entertaining people, of either making people laugh or taking them out of whatever they're going through for a short period of time, telling a story they haven't heard before. Maybe, a thing that I've loved about my movie career in the past is like movies like Crash or Flags of Our Fathers or something will either educate someone or make them think about racial inequality or social issues. Those are the things that keep me coming back to, yeah.
Sorry. Congratulations.
Thank you.